Nikolai, I'm really interested to learn or to know how you originally got started with this.
Aha! Oh, it's an interesting story. Everything started in a time when we had a group which works with energy, and we used to use this energy to heal people. We were invited in Bulgaria to come to hospital and to heal people there. There was a meeting organized in Bulgaria, and there was a big hall with a lot of people, and Nikolai said a lecture about human ability. There are a lot of abilities we have, and one of them is ability to see with the closed eyes. And there was one big man. He was sitting in the first row. He upraised his hand and said, "Oh, professor, I closed my eyes, and you're absolutely right. I closed my eyes and I could see with closed eyes." He was in shock. I never met people like this. I've never seen somebody who could see with closed eyes. "Are you sure that you see with closed eyes?" He goes, "Yes, I'm sure. I close my eyes and I continue to see you." "How many fingers am I showing to you?" "5. "And what do you see on the table?" "Flowers." And I told him, "Please stay after lecture. I'll talk to you." And after lecture, all our group was gathered around this man and started to ask him, "How do you see with closed eyes? Please tell us." And he says, "I'm working as a dispatcher, controller in the airport, and he check the airplane's movement. Do you know this radar?"
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So when I'm on a work, I see on a screen how this ray moves, and I see the small dots, which means that airplane is here. So when I close my eyes, I imagine the same picture, like row go like this, and I got some fuzzy picture. Second time, this row moves and the shape become better. And when I did this third time, this movement, it was clear for me that is you are sitting and show to me 5 fingers. Fourth time, and I see the vase with flowers. And next day, all our group tried to do these rows from the morning to the evening, and nobody seen nothing. At that time, we were thinking that we're great extrasense. We could heal people, and suddenly he could see, we couldn't see. And we tried to work with rows, but we see nothing. After this trip to Bulgaria, I returned to Moscow, and I tried to travel around Russia. I tried to find another people who could see with closed eyes. One man lived in Siberia, in Novosibirsk city. I met with him and asked him how he do it. I keep my hands like this. This is a piece of paper, my hands like this, and I touch without touching these letters, and in my mind, letters appear. So Nikolai started to walk like this man. A paper become do like this, but he didn't see. And then in another part of Russia, you know, Russia is huge, near Ural mountain, Nikolai met a woman named Tatiana Machalkina, her surname. She says, "I know how to see with closed eyes." And Nikolai asked, "Explain me, please, how you doing it?" And she says, "Very easy. Look at this. This is triangle. This is a square. Close your eyes. This is triangle. This is a square. No problem."
Possible for me. I close my eyes and it's nothing.
And she says, "Do like this. Touch my head with your head." And he started to realize, to see some part of these lines. And in this moment, he realized that is more important, this tuning. So she translates the specific state for Nikolai brain. And he started to see. And then only practice. So it was need to practice in order to fix it, to make the state stable, to see more clear. And of course, for him, it took not a few days like for you, it took a few years to get such a result. No. So during these years, he created a methods. So he chose these exercises. Of course, he tried many exercises and chose the best one, which helps to get result faster. He made experiments with time, how long should be class, how often need to do breaks, how many days without break need to practice. He tried to walk from the morning to the evening. Well, a lot of experiments with exercises. This is my way, long way to the practice. And for students, I made this way much more shorter than it was mine.
And the next question is, do you still practice today? Do you still see?
When this third channel become as same informative like these 5 channels, I started to use it automatically during a day.
During all day.
Wow.
I receive information this channel during all day. It's not necessary to do special exercise because I use always this channel.
And I asked often which characteristic say that this channel is good enough. It's need to read with closed eyes 10 pages with in normal book, standard book. When you start to read with closed eyes and when you reading first letters, you're very tired. When you read few lines, you're completely empty. When you read a whole page, you think I am here or nobody could repeat this result. But when you will be able to read 10 pages, you will understand I could do it every time, every day.
Wow.
It was checked by a lot of students. After reading these 10 pages, everybody says I could continue read. I'm not tired. I could do it always. So this state become like natural for our body.
What is the oldest person you have trained?
It was a lady in Moscow. She was like 78 years old.
Oh.
It was interesting. She was in a group where was 14 years girl. And it was interesting. And even it was like 20 years ago when this woman called us and told, I want to take part in these classes. Nikolai said, how old are you? And maybe she started with this information. And Nikolai told, probably it will be not easy for you as was other people. And she said, during my life, I always have been a teacher in a Moscow University, technical university. So I don't have a big hope to get a result, but it's so interesting for me to understand the method you use to get such results. So of course, if you want accomplish, and actually this lady moved faster than 14 years ago.
Wow.
No, it's
because she used to use her brain during her life. Very active brain. Doesn't matter how old are you. It means most important, how often do you use your brain?
Yes. Yeah. Because she always want to see
something new. She was looking for something new, in a books, when she meets her colleagues, when she speaks with her students. She had very fresh mind all the life. Sometimes young people has very a brain like a stone. Italians says pumpkin mind, like pumpkin. and it's hard to work with them. Really very hard. And even if he's young, like 20 years old, like nothing changed during exercises. Very hard for them. And actually, these people understand that they need to do some exercises. They tell, I have low attention, I am very tired, I am depressed, I have bad memory, I need to do something with my brain. Something wrong, because they see another people, understand how fast the brain could work.
What is the youngest person you've trained?
Actually, we refuse to take very young people because it's not easy for us. Their attention, just few seconds. So it's hard for us to play with them all the time. So actually, I remember the youngest, it was 6 years old. And only because she came with father, who was already our student, and he already tried to work with her, we agreed to meet her. And actually, it was very easy. We don't need to pay attention to get result with them. Because you tell them, close your eyes. Do you see? Yes, I'm seeing. And they start to draw, to run, to read, to do everything. More complicated for them not to see with closed eyes, but to sit, to sit during this process. Yes, I see. Let's do something else. And when parents call us and want to bring their children, we always tell, please, after 9 years old. Because after 9 years old, they already could sit. School trains them to fix their attention more than 1 minute.
Fantastic. Well, that's very interesting.
Very interesting.
And there's other things that you teach. Is that correct, Nikolai? Like telekinesis and some other things also?
Of course, I teach telekinesis, energy exercises, telepathy, teleportation, and this lucid dream, conscious awakening. And now Nikolai is working himself and thinking how to teach. We met some Chinese masters. They could make their energy like electrical. So when master touch your finger, you feel like a current, real current and huge power. So main interest now in our life is how to get this current, how to control our energy new way. And then Nikolai suppose this type of energy could be used in teleportation, because we have success in teleportation of objects, but still have no chance to move person not spontaneously. We had few spontaneous times it was done, but still have no result to regularly under control. Human teleportation is still a big question for us. And Nikolai thinks that this Chinese energy, Qi, they call it Qi, could help us to solve this problem. So now he trains himself to work with Chinese energy, and then we'll try with students to do human teleportation. So this practice every day, takes every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Vision is done, need to do something else.
That's right.
And Marina, how did you become interested in all of this?
On my first seminar, I didn't want to go. My mother took me to this seminar. I was 17. In a few weeks, need to be started a new year in a university. So I had, few weeks to have a rest. It was summer vacation. But our family friend visited already seminar like this, and he told to my parents, I couldn't explain what is going on, but you need to go there. So they decided and took me there. So it was strange, of course it was strange, but I first time tried to work with energy, to hear first time about human abilities. Actually, it was not Nikolai's training. Only next year I visited and met Nikolai. And next year, a few years later, I was interested in this theme and continued to look for big teachers. So we met maybe more than 25 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, it's very fascinating, all of these different subjects.
It is very fascinating.
Yeah, very interesting. And this feeling, we remembered about Columbus, who opened America. We had no chance to open new fields now. Not all lands are open, but this wish to open something new is still inside us. And I think in this field with human ability, we have a lot to do during our life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We have so many abilities that we don't even know.
Not even try, yes.
Thank you very much, and look forward to training tomorrow.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.